International Monetary Fund to support Grenada in strengthening its fiscal responsibility framework. We'll have details of this story and more in the national report.
It is here again, it is here again. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again. And I just hope the whole of Grenada ready, because I sung in a clarion call. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again. The Made in Grenada Expo is on February 7th, and the public is encouraged to come out and give full support and buy out all local products on show. Products manufactured right here in Grenada, 100% Grenadian, and it's happening right here at the National Stadium. Are taking in the Independence Parade and the Made in Grenada Expo one time. I am so excited. That's why I'm making a fireside. I bring my tent, my blanket and all kind of thing, and I'm camping right here until everything done on February 7th. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again.
With the details to the news for Tuesday, January 17th, 2023, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Grenada will benefit from the International Monetary Fund's Technical Assistance Program in its effort to strengthen its fiscal responsibility framework. The first engagement to support Grenada in amending and improving its fiscal rules framework was held recently. A stronger framework will support fiscal robustness and improve resilience to climate change and other economic shocks. It also underscores the government's commitment to economic and social transformation in a fiscally responsible way. The technical assistance will address several significant areas in need of improvement, which were identified by various stakeholders, including the Fiscal Responsibility Oversight Committee. These include excessive fiscal rules in the Fiscal Responsibility Act, resulting in overlap and inferior fiscal outcomes. The IMF Technical Assistance Mission is tentatively carded for 10 to 14th April virtually and in-person engagement from the 17th to 25th April, which will include broad-based consultations with government and non-government stakeholders. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell says technology will be incorporated into the new Marketing and National Importing Board to address the problem of wastage. He explained to residents of Carriacou at a recent town hall meeting that the intention is to focus more on the use of technology to preserve fruits and vegetables so that they can be consumed in an out-of-season period. Prime Minister Mitchell is optimistic that this move will make the entity more viable.
Part of, in my view, what a new look entity should address is the question of converting food into processed food and being able to preserve and extend the shelf life of food. So whether it's dehydrating the food and freezing it so it can last longer, whether it's pulping the fruit. For example, bananas. I know for a fact that MND in the past dumps overripe bananas, or what is perceived as overripe bananas, when it could be frozen and used for banana punch and all sorts of stuff. They throw fruit that is rotting, again, when it could be pulped and frozen and sold, and so on. So a lot of the technology that comes with food preservation is one of the things that we have to pay attention to, because our fruits are seasonal, so you get a lot of mangoes at the same time. It therefore means for you to get mangoes when it's out of season, even if it's not a fresh mango, the fact is, if you get mango pulp, it could serve the same purpose in terms of making mango juice, nectars, etc., etc. It means it has to be preserved, frozen, and available for use later on. So that's the kind of thing that we want a new look entity to be able to do.
Consultations were recently held in St. Andrew, St. John, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique to discuss the future of MNIB following years of financial turmoil. Government will deliberate on the suggestions and recommendations from the sessions to determine the best way to move the company forward. Residents of communities in St. David will soon enjoy an ease in congestion as the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation on Tuesday traveled from Belle Isle to Redgate tagging derelict vehicles as part of its island-wide visible transformation project. The project, which commenced in 2022, has seen the removal of several derelict vehicles and unwanted material from the roadside, drains, and beaches in various communities. Change Management Officer in the Ministry, Kimika Donald, told GIS the team will continue the process on Friday from Redgate into Westerhall.
On Friday, we'll be continuing tagging, starting from this Redgate area towards Old Westerhall and into Monjaloo St. George. We'll also be engaged in a general cleanup in St. Mark in an area identified by Senator Britton. And this derelict tagging and removal process is something that will be continuing.
She highlighted the significance of including public education as part of the process so that vehicle owners, mechanics, and members of the community can understand their role.
Part of our mission today was also to engage in some public sensitization, educating the owners of those roadside vehicles on the negative impact they are having not only on the environment but for persons in their community. Those vehicles, they encourage breeding of mosquitoes, they encourage rodents such as rats, and these have very harmful effects on the health of our Grenadian people.
MIT Minister Honorable Andy Williams, during his recent visit to Carriacou, made a call for Grenadians to play their part in keeping the country clean. He explained that to have community and national pride means an increase in foreign exchange for the country.
What we are trying to do is to try to build back the community spirit, where a community can look at their environment and take the initiative to see how they can clean it, right? I mean, it's shame sometimes for you to walk through your community and, you see bottles on the ground, you see it, untidy, and think that I'm not going to do anything, I am going to wait on government, right? So what should be done is that we should have pride in our community. And, first of all, as PM just said, not to litter. Because when we go and we pick up garbage, basically, someone is dropping it there, and we are going to pick it up. But if we had not dropped it there in the first place, then there would not be the need for someone to pick it up. Tourists are coming here every day. I mean, we are talking this afternoon, and we are saying, you know what? Carriacou and Partygrenada. Everyone that lands in Grenada, we should be saying, have you ever been to Carriacou? I think it's a beautiful place to be. But what if they come to Carriacou and they see garbage all over the place? How do you think they will think? Even before government get involved, let us get involved, because when we get involved, we will want to see the place remain clean.
This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
I think I decided. I want this one.
Excuse me. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Can you tell me why it is you decided to purchase this fridge?
Sure, because it's a lot cheaper, looks good, and if I should say, does the same job as all the others.
I see. Can I show you something?
No problem.
See what the sign says? It said this appliance uses natural refrigerants.
So...
This refrigerator uses green cooling technology with natural refrigerants, which is environmentally friendly and does not hamper to the environment and the ozone layer. Equipments like these will greatly reduce your electricity bill, last longer, perform better, and protect the environment, and will give you the peace of mind in knowing that you are doing your part in creating a more environmentally responsible world for current and future generations.
So you're telling me that this fridge right here may cost a little more now, but I can save on my electricity bill? It will perform better and last longer than this other one and have all the things you just said?
Oh yeah.
Remember, when purchasing an AC or refrigerator for your home or business, be sure to ask for the one that uses natural refrigerants. Go green.
Let's beware, let's beware. Cooling, going green, you hear? So the ozone layer won't disappear. So let's go green, using natural refrigerants, let's go green.
Welcome back. For the first time since the staging of the Independence Calypso competition, the National Celebrations Committee has received a record number of entries in the preliminary round of the competition. Coordinator of the Calypso competition, Adrian Mark, says after the January 15th deadline, 44 entries were submitted for the January 28th semifinal at the Lassages playing field.
From the launch, we said that we want 20 semifinalists. And we had more than enough to select 20 because we had 44 in the preliminaries. And right now, I can safely say we have 20 semifinalists. Added to that, because we got a tie for the 20th position, it happened now that we have 21 persons going into the semifinals. So we have the names of the 21 now, going into the semifinals on the 28th of January at the Lassages playing field.
A number of female artists also submitted entries, 7 of which made it to the semifinal round.
There are plenty new ones. I could point out a few of the old ones, but there are plenty new ones. And surprisingly and encouragingly, I can see that we have a good fraction of ladies in the competition. This year we see more than 5. We have about 7 ladies in the competition, and that augurs well for Independence Kaiso in Grenada to come.
Mark says the decision by the committee to hold a semi-final round, increase prize money, and offer an appearance fee are major contributing factors to the increase in interest.
The Calypsonians were clamoring for years that they would like to have an increase in prize monies. And I think this year, because there is an increase in prize money, I think it attracts a lot more Calypsonians to the competition. Like for instance, the first prize for the final itself is $10,000, and the appearance fee for the semifinals is $2,000. So just imagine someone making the semifinals, and going to the finals. They will pocket $4,500.
Rehearsals begin Wednesday, January 18th, 5:30 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Semi-finalists are asked to be on time and walk with their music scores. Finally, in the news, 26 sports personalities will be awarded on February 28th, 2023 during the Grenada Olympic Committee Government of Grenada Annual Sports Awards ceremony. 11 males and 15 females will receive their honors for their excellence in their respective sporting disciplines. Bernard Wilson, president of the Grenada Olympic Committee, says after a hiatus due to the pandemic, the committee is happy to once again share the many successes of sportsmen and women.
We are very much aware that these athletes work very hard to get to the top of their game. We're also aware of the honor, the pride, the joy that the athletes bring to the nation, the togetherness they bring when they perform to a high level and earn the respect of their peers. We at the Olympic Association find it very necessary to honor our sporting heroes.
The president said the committee will add a new award this year called the People's Choice Award.
There will also be a special sports personality who will be voted for as People's Choice. And this will be done on the night of the event, and before that also by Instagram and other forms of social media.
Ralph Lord, second vice president of the committee, explained the selection process.
The Grenada Olympic Committee would have invited all of its 16 affiliates to, by their measurement, to forward to the GOC their selected male and female athlete of the year. For example, Taekwondo would send to the Grenada Olympic Committee their male and female Taekwondo practitioners for the year 2022. Those persons would be awarded male Taekwondo, female Taekwondo.
The 2023 National Sports Award will be held at Pier 57 from 7 p.m. That story has brought us to the end of the National Report for Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. To recap the top story, International Monetary Fund to support Grenada in strengthening its fiscal responsibility framework. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chris Mitchell saying thank you for joining us.